with our arms. So we'll do our arm circles. And we'll switch directions. Now we're going to switch our arms up. And switch directions. Good. We'll do some swings in front of us. And now we're going to move into our legs. So we'll start with leg swings, side to side, loosening up those hips, your low back a little bit. I think I probably ate too many sweets this weekend, and I am going to be feeling them tonight. We'll switch, but we'll get through this. Good, we'll go back to that first leg. Now we're gonna go front and back. Think about pulling from your hip flexors here and then pulling from your hamstrings too. Get those muscle groups firing for you. And we'll switch legs. Alrighty, before we get into squats, we're gonna do kind of those hip hinges again, really work on firing our glutes, our hamstrings, so weight's gonna stay in your heel, and then you're just gonna think about kind of pushing your butt back. You have a slight bend in your knee, but not a big bend, but we're mostly just hinging at our hips, rising up and squeezing. These are a lot like deadlift when we do them. Work on opening up those hips, low back. We'll do 3 more of these and then work into our body weight squats. Alrighty, so weight's gonna stay in our heels, feet shoulder width apart, and we're squatting till our thighs get parallel to the ground and coming back up. We're doing 8 of these here. Four more. Two more. Alrighty, so everything here in this cardio round should make sense except for these last things, knee drives, which I don't even know if that's the name for them, but I couldn't think of anything else. And so what you're gonna do for the knee drives is you're gonna have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. And so the leg that's moving will be the side we're working on. It doesn't matter too much as long as you switch. We're gonna reach leg out, arms out, and we're just gonna push back and forth here. So you can control your pace, your intensity, but we can think about core engagement in those as well. Think about pulling from your lats when you bring your arms down. So we'll do 30 seconds on each side of those. We're starting with just jumping jacks. You can control the intensity of those. If the jumping aspect is a little too much, you can just step out. Then we'll do mountain climbers. I'm just doing them on the floor, but if you want to do them up against a chair, inclined, kind of like we did in class on Thursday, by all means do that. And then on that third one down, squat jacks is when we come in and out, squatting and touching the ground. So we've got 5 minutes of cardio here. Our heart rate's probably gonna get up. We're gonna get breathing heavy. And then we're gonna get into a strength part, and we're flipping back and forth just 3 times through. So we definitely got this. I'm gonna put the time on 5 minutes. I'll switch you guys every 30 seconds, but we are in 1 second, starting with those jumping jacks. Maybe. I'm gonna put the time behind me so you guys believe me that we're just doing it for 30 seconds. So we got 5 minutes here. We're starting with jumping jacks. And let's go. You may move a little bit slower, especially this first time through the exercises. As we're warming that body up, you're getting the shoulders loose, the hips loose, all of that. Five more seconds here. All right, switching down to mountain climbers. So again, here, you can control your pace. I want those hands under your shoulder, butt stays down. If you need a little break, try to not go to the ground. Try and push yourself back into downward dog. So we're still working those shoulders. You're still working your body, but maybe not taxing the cardio part of it. And that's that. And the squat jacks. In and out. Again, you can control intensity if the hop's too much. Just stepping each direction is an option. And that's maybe fine this first time through. Again, you're warming up. Or as we get to the end of our exercise and you start to feel fatigued, that'll keep you moving. So now we're doing this knee drive on the right side. Out, bring it all in. You should also feel a workout in that leg that's sturdy on the ground, because when we're stepping back, we're not putting a lot of weight on that. We're really balancing on that one leg, driving the knees up, pulling your elbows down, and switch. So you'll have a slight bend in that knee that's on the ground. Good work. Pull those elbows down from those lats. We're working our whole body. At this point, we have 5 more seconds. And we're hitting this again. All right, jumping jacks, here we go. Halfway through. We're gonna get ready and hit the floor for mountain climbers. All right, tighten those knees. If you need increased intensity here, you can do a cross-body mountain climber. You'll get a little bit more core activation that way. Otherwise, just stay steady. Keep yourself moving. We're getting back up. Squat jacks, here we go. Keep working, guys. We have just over a minute. Then you'll get a little break. We're gonna hit that upper body. Okay, knee drives. Really try and make yourself long with each movement as you step back. We got this. And switch. Last 20 right here. Five more seconds. You got this. And relax. Excellent. First round of cardio is over. Grab a little sip of water if you need it. And we're about to hit that upper body. So we are starting out with pike push-ups. So these, we're really going to try and target those deltoids, top of your shoulders. So to get set up, you're going to put yourself in a down dog position. So if you need to do that from a plank, and then what you're going to do is think about lowering the crown of your head to the ground. So in a down dog, we're doing push-ups. Nice and slow and in control there. If that's a little bit much for you, then by all means, just take a regular push-up. And if you want it on your knees, you can do that. If you want to challenge those shoulders, you can stay here and maybe just do leg lifts. So we've still got a little bit added pressure on those shoulders. From there, we're going to move into shoulder taps. So we're going to hold a high plank, rotating, tapping shoulders here. Core stays tight. We're trying to keep ourselves from wiggling too much side to side. From there, we're going to hit tricep dips with just our body. So we'll get in our crab position. You're probably going to sink your hips a little bit. But all we're going to do is think about targeting those triceps again. So we'll lower at the elbows, come up. So it's just what we've done against a chair, but we're just doing it flat on the ground. If you have a chair and you feel you can get better range of motion and better work against it, by all means, do it. And then our final exercise is going to be kneeling arm circles. This one shouldn't be too hard. It's more of a isometric movement, so we're not going to have tons of movement, so we'll be kneeling. But I don't want you kind of sitting back when you're kneeling. Push those hips forward and get glute engagement. Then we're just going to tee out our arms, and we'll switch every 30 seconds. So the first time, we're just doing small circles forward. So we're not doing tons of movement in those shoulders, but when you top this with everything else we're doing with our arms, they should be burning just holding it. The second time through, we'll switch direction, but with arms, we're going 3 times through everything, 30 seconds each. Take breaks where we need it. We're gonna bust out this upper body quick and hit cardio. So this round will be 6 minutes in total. And we are gonna start with those pike push-ups right now. So get yourself in that downward dog position. If you have a pillow, you can put it under the crown of your head. Sometimes that helps people to see that focal point below them. You obviously aren't able to bust out these as quickly as you are regular push-ups. So of course, per usual, we're focusing on quality, but quantity kind of goes out the window here. And that was 30. So we're hitting right into our high plank shoulder taps. Try and hold your core nice and steady here. Little wiggling side to side, and you're just tapping opposite shoulder. You can push through your heels here. That's going to get you some quad engagement in your plank. We have 5 more seconds right here. Excellent work. Into crab. We're doing those tricep dips. Our triceps are a hard muscle to work in. Definitely weaker than most areas of our body because we just don't use them on a daily basis unless we spend a lot of our time carrying something. So moms use them a lot if they don't have adult children, but babies. We're kneeling, arm circles forward, hips are pressed forward. We're halfway through. I'm starting to feel the burn. I can also feel it through my lats, which is good. So here, think about keeping your shoulders pulled back and down. That's going to engage those lats. Don't hike your shoulders up to your ears. Keep distance between them. Alrighty, back to those push-ups. Into down dog. Second of 3 rounds here. You got this. Those shoulders should be on fire now. We're over halfway through. Good, we're switching into planks. Here we go. Shoulder taps, tapping those opposite shoulders here. And here you can control your pace. If you feel steady under yourself, try and increase the number of taps you're getting. If you need to slow it down, then definitely do that. We have 5 more seconds here. Good, flipping over. Tricep dips in that crab position. Make sure though that you are using those triceps. You're not just lowering your butt and raising that butt. You should feel the bend in your elbows. Alrighty, we're back to kneeling. We're going backwards this time. Small circles. Shoulders backing down. You should almost feel them pinched behind you just slightly. Keep your core nice and engaged here. Here's a really good time, like we talked about last week, focusing on that core engagement in movements at home. So really feel yourself squeezing that core tight, holding you upright. We're back to the top. Last round of those push-ups here. Get yourself in downward dog. If you want an increased challenge, you can do a leg raise between push-ups. If you like the feeling of the push-ups, stay there. We got 5 seconds. Good, down into plank. For shoulder taps, butts down. Mine was just up, but I pulled it down. We're staying steady in our form here. You guys got this. Three more seconds. Good. Flip over. Tricep dips. Last time right here. It may help you if you walk your feet out a little bit to get a little better range of motion. We have 10 more seconds here. Alrighty, and last one. Those kneeling arm circles here. I can for sure feel my shoulders burning. We got this. Pushing through these last 15 seconds. Try and catch your breath a little bit here. We know we're about to tax our heart a little bit through another round of cardio. And relax. Excellent work. My arms, especially my shoulders, are on fire. Wiggle them out a little bit. You can do a little stretch of them. Way to crush that section. So we're about to hit cardio again. Same exact setup as that first time. So we're going 30 seconds. Jumping jacks, mountain climbers, squat jacks, knee drive, right, left, 2 times through, 5 quick minutes. We got this. You guys are a third of the way through your workout. Killing it. I feel like I can smell the chocolate coming out of my pores right now. So I guess that's a good thing. It's kind of cruel, but I ate too much cake. So 5 minutes, here we go. Jumping jacks. Keep working. There's a time to really put yourself in cardio. Let's go for it now. We've warmed ourselves up. We're nice and warm. We're familiar with the movements. We're not quite to the point of fatigue. We may be at that next round, good 30 seconds there. Down into mountain climbers. So push yourself here. Know that there's one more round after this. And this may be the time to really tax your body. Five more seconds. And we're into squat jacks. I have to tie my shoe really quick, but you guys can definitely go in and out. Jams on in the background. It's tricky. Trying to keep from singing it in the mic for your guys' sake. 3 more seconds. Good work. Knee drive. The goal here is to keep that heart rate up. This isn't a movement we do a lot. It's not necessarily difficult, but push yourself to keep that heart rate up where it is after those first 3 exercises. Switch legs. In class, I say a lot of the times keep your chest big. And I want you to focus on that with these. And what that means is we kind of want to round our shoulders down and look down, but pull those shoulders back. Look straight ahead of you. If you had a logo on the front of your shirt, it would be showing in that wall right in front of you. Good work. Jumping jacks again. We got this. Ten more seconds here, and we're down into mountain climbers. To the flow. Mountain climbers, hands under shoulders, driving those knees. Push through. "15 seconds right here. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. We're up into squat jacks. Last 10 with these. Three, 2, 1. Knee drives. Reaching out, stretching ourselves out. Being powerful as we bring everything into our center. Ten more seconds. And switch. We got this. Fifteen more seconds. Last 5. And we got water. We're working those lower body, that lower body, those legs. Relax. Get a sip of water. I'll explain this next group of exercises, then we'll get after it. This round, it'll only be 2 times through, but we've increased the exercises we're doing. Still only 6 minutes. So we're starting with swinging lunges. These are definitely not anything you guys haven't done before, so all we're gonna do, feet shoulder width apart, working that right leg first. Step back, lunge. Step forward, lunge. Step back, lunge. Step forward. Swinging that lunge back and forth, 30 seconds, right leg. Then we'll do 30 seconds left leg. What I want you guys to think about, wherever that leg goes, is pushing off of that to return to center. We're gonna try and make these an explosive movement. It may be hard for the 30 seconds, but we really want, again, to think about that part of the body that we're moving, especially because we have no resistance on it right now. So that mind-body connection, let's work those muscles we're thinking of working. We're working quads when we step forward and come back, hamstrings when we step back, and those glutes are firing all the time. So that'll be the first minute. Second minute, we're doing curtsy lunges with a leg lift. So we did these last week, but we're just gonna step behind. As we come out, if you need to regain your balance, do that. Lift, curtsy lunge, lift, curtsy lunge, inner thigh, lift, outer thigh. Core engaged, we're staying as upright as we can. 30 seconds one leg, 30 seconds the other. Then we're moving into a lateral walk. These can be as wide as you guys have room, but we're staying in our legs. So we're staying in basically our squat position. You may be a little bit higher, and we're stepping no more than 2-3 inches. So your feet shouldn't get too wide, and we're just shuffling back and forth, holding resistance in those knees. We don't want them collapsing in. I don't want big steps like this. Holding resistance in that squat. We're gonna feel those glutes get on fire, and those quads are gonna be burning. Stay in that squat, 30 seconds back and forth. And then we're gonna do squat to high knees. So for this, we're gonna do a body weight squat. As we come up, high knees, 4 total. Squat, high knees, squat. 30 seconds each one, 2 times through, okay? Those legs are gonna be on fire. But we got 6 minutes, and here we go. Starting with that swinging lunge, right leg, back, forward, back, forward. I want your feet to stay about shoulder width apart, even in these lunges. We're not walking on a tightrope. That's gonna help you with your balance. And of course, pulling your belly button in, keeping your shoulders back is gonna help you too. Excellent. Switch that leg. Back, forward, back, forward. We're halfway through. My legs are already screaming, so this is gonna get fun. 2 and 1. Curtsy lunge with a raise. We step behind and back, raise, raise. Now the raise doesn't need to be big, only 3 to 6 inches. Enough to feel that outer hip, that lateral glute fire for you. Switch legs. We got this. Halfway through, we're moving into lateral walks with these. I'm just moving back and forth. It's probably about 5 feet. So if you have that, that's fine. If you have a little bigger walls, then you can go wall to wall. But here we go. Holding that squat, you should feel a lot of resistance in your legs with those small steps. No more than 3 inches. We're feeling the weight in our heels and on the outside edge of your feet. So I don't know if you guys can, well, we're switching, but I'll explain that next time. Squat to high kick or high knee. Squat, 1, 2, 3, 4. Squat, 1, 3, 4. Now I got a little Beyonce on in the background. She'll get me through this. Swing and lunge. Eight more seconds on this leg. We're pushing off. For me, it's that right leg. Whether it goes behind me or in front, switching legs. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, curtsy lunge with a leg lift. My legs are burning. But we got this. Five more seconds. Switch. I don't know why. I feel like I have to do that arm thing on this side. I didn't do it on the other side, but I just caught myself working on my inline skating. All right, lateral walks. So you should be on those outside edges of your feet. That's gonna help you keep resistance in those inner thighs. Keep you from having your knees collapse in, especially with females. We have a tendency to have weak inner thighs, and we see squat to high knees, more medial collapse in squats than in men. So we need to work and drawing attention to that. Even here, when we're just doing body weight squats, your knees can pull out a little bit. And relax. Woo! My legs are burning. We're 2/3 of the way through. We've got one more round of cardio here. Should be a breeze. We've done it 2 times. So we're gonna bust that out. Then we're gonna knock out that core and stretch it out, and you guys will be done. So we'll give you about a minute here before we dive in to the cardio we've been loving. 5 minutes. That's a breeze. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're starting with jumping jacks. Here we go, gang. 30 seconds. We got this. Moving at the pace you can. 3, 2, 1. To the floor for mountain climbers. Again, if you feel like you need to come out of it, which is fine, see if you can catch your breath in down dog. Halfway through, here we go. 10, 6, 3, 2, 1. Up for squat jumps. Let's go, guys. Last little roll cardio push here. These ones should be a struggle right now, but push through it. So legs are on fire. 2, 1, knee drives. Powerful here, feel strong. Halfway through. Switch legs. Lats are engaged, core is engaged. You should feel this. I'm at least feeling it in that quad of the leg that's sturdy on the ground. 2, 1, jumping jacks. Here we go. 2.5 minutes. Last push. Ten seconds and we're to the floor. To the floor. Mountain climbers. Last round right here. Push. Keep those legs moving. You got it. Five more seconds. We're hopping out squat jumps. Here we go. Halfway through. You guys have a minute left. There was no sense in going through all of this to not finish this minute. Push through. Knee drives. Here we go. Ten more seconds and we're switching sides. Switch sides, last 30 seconds right here. Finish this out. $15. Push it here. 10. Driving that knee up. 5, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good work. We're through the cardio. Now we just got to knock out our core, and we're done. So we have 6 more minutes of work here. That's a breeze for you guys. Grab some water, explain the exercises. You guys got time. Okay, bicycles on our backs. Hands are behind our head. Your head is just resting in your hands here. You're not holding your head up, lifting your chin into your chest. You want to do that naturally. Your hands are just there for a little bit of support. From this position, I want us to add a little bit by, sorry if you guys lost me, my headphone fell out. A little bit. And think about engaging those lats. So feeling tension in your body from right under your armpits to the top of your hip. So we're gonna hold that. Extend one leg out, crunch up, opposite elbow to opposite knee. Other way. We're slowing these down today, taking them nice and slow. Feel that resistance. We'll flip over for Supermans. You can rest your forehead on the ground. Arms will reach straight out. And you're gonna lift arms and legs off the ground. So here, we're firing those back muscles. And then you'll slowly lower them, lift, slowly lower, 30 seconds. We'll flip over, dead bugs. Palms and knees face each other. And I want you to think like you're pushing into each other, holding resistance in there. That's gonna engage your core. From there, we're lowering opposite leg, opposite arm, gently tapping the ground, lifting back up, switching each side. Then we're going up, side plank. You can go elbow or hand here, whatever fits you at the time. And then if you need to go just on your knee, you can. You can stack your feet or stagger your feet, but we're holding those hips up, focused on oblique work here. 30 seconds one side, flip. 30 seconds the other. Final exercise, leg raises, legs together. And here I want you to think about nice and slow down. That's where we're gonna feel the resistance. Raise them together. Nice and slow down. You should really feel that work at the bottom third when your legs are on the way down. Gravity's working the hardest against you. You've got your leg in the straightest line, which is adding resistance. So we got 6 minutes of core here, and you guys got this. So we're getting ready, starting in bicycles. Opposite knee, opposite elbow. Think about nice and slow here. Feel that resistance in your stomach as you go back and forth. So here we go, 30 seconds, bicycles. Let's do it. Nice and slow, crunching to that opposite knee. Halfway through. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Flip over, Superman. Working our back muscles. Lifting both legs as much as you can and arms off the ground. Five seconds. And we're flipping back over for dead bugs. Think about pushing those hands and legs against each other, even though you're not, even while you're lower. That's going to keep that core nice and tight and engaged. Remembering to breathe through all of these core exercises. In 3 seconds, we're getting ourselves up into a side plank. And go. Whatever fits you best. If that's knee down, that's okay. think about that oblique being engaged here. We're lifting those hips up and keeping them up. No sag here. 10 seconds. You got it. Hold this for 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. You guys got this. Fifteen more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg raises. Nice and slow down. That's where you're going to feel this work here. You're getting work lifting your legs up, but being able to control them down, resist gravity, is where you're going to feel this burn. Into bicycles. Here we go. You're halfway through this. You have 3 minutes of work. Eight seconds. And we're into Superman. 3, 2, 1. Flipping over. Superman. We got this. 2 minutes left. Into dead bugs. Back on your back. Ten seconds here, and we're up into our side planks. Side plank. Here we go. Hips stay up. We're not sagging down. Pull those hips up to the ceiling. Engage, again, those lats. From underneath your armpit, you should feel it down to your low back. 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. "20 seconds right here. And we're into leg raises. Our final exercise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg raises, but we're doing these for a minute because we can. Let's do it. We're already working. 1 minute. Feel the burn here. You got it. Nice and slow. Feel how strong your core is here. How strong you are. "30 seconds. Finish this thing out. After this, you can grab some water, but we're just going to stretch out on the floor. So if you don't need it, we'll just stretch out. We got 15 seconds here. Last 5. 2, 1. Excellent. We are done. You made it through. Grab some water if you need it, and then we'll just meet right back on the ground for some stretching. Give you guys a minute. Whew. I know I'm sweating. Alrighty, gang. We'll just meet on our butt. We're gonna start with a little bit of arm stuff. So we'll cross one arm over. You can do some wrist roll here. Switch arms. Good. Now we're gonna go behind us. Stretch those triceps. And we'll switch. Hi, everyone. Good. Then from sitting, I want you guys to think about sitting up nice and tall. You can stretch your legs out if it's going to help you a little bit. But what we're really going to do is try and stretch this side body. So you're going to plant your hand and reach over. Shoulders will stay back. And we're reaching over. You should feel this really through this side. And switch. Good. Now we're going to go into tabletop. Do our cat-cow, so we'll tuck your chin, pull your shoulder blades apart, round out your cat. We'll seat the stomach, raise your forehead, shoulder blades will come together. And rotating back and forth here. We're going to go about 4 each way. Last one. Good. We're going to meet back in tabletop in here. You can just almost kind of snake, wiggle side to side. See if there's a spot in your back that use a little extra stretch. Good. We'll connect your big toes, spread your knees wide, sit back into your heels, forehead meets the mat. Stretch those arms out in child's pose. Here I feel like I can really feel my lats work, and I tried to make that more of a point of emphasis for myself today and for you guys. So really feel that area. Stretch for you. Walk your hands to the right. And to the left. And back into center. Good. We'll push ourselves up into tabletop. You can kind of do an opposite stretch of upward dog if you need it. I'm doing a little rotating. Help my hips here, but then we're going to flip around to our butt and do butterfly. Reach both legs straight out. Reach towards your toes. Feel those hamstrings stretch. Excellent. Cross one leg over. Also, your arm goes over. You're trying to look against that back shoulder to the back wall if you can. Some rotation in that spine. Chin. And so if you need a little bit more time to stretch, you can definitely do that. I'm going to come on mute, you guys. We can chit chat real quick, but that is what I've got for you today.